Okay, sure. Okay, then we'll start today class. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. I just confirm that. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as of now we discussed that metal master, vendor master, purchase info record, right? So the next master data was source list. So if you if you if you see that this screen, okay, if you can see that the screen, we already discussed that the the first one metal master record and the vendor master record and purchasing info record. So these three are completed, right? Now we're just discussing about the source list. So if you remember that we already discussed about the source list. So what is the source list? What is the called source list? If you anyone who remember that we discussed long back when we were discussing about the master data. So what is the source list? List of the sources. That means list of the suppliers. So we just maintaining the one master data for each material respect to the plant. What are the suppliers they are supplying to this plant and this material for this material and this plant. Okay, we just maintaining that. Okay, so why we need this source list? Why we need this source list? So as we discussed yesterday, for one material there might be having the multiple suppliers. Okay, so if I want to see that report for this material, how many suppliers they are listing out for this plant. So okay, so we can check that in the source list, the list of all the suppliers for the material in the plant. Okay, and it's not only for the list of the suppliers, but there is other functionalities also we can check that. So let's go with that understanding about the what is the source list. Okay, I'm just going to that. Okay, these business partners are completed. Okay, so now I'm just creating that. Okay, so I'm just talking about that. We're just talking about source list. Okay, so source list is nothing but like a list of the suppliers. List of the suppliers. List of the suppliers for material in the plant. Simply, if we just want to say that source list is list of the suppliers, okay, for material in the plant. So what else we can do it? So one we can just list out all the suppliers for the material in the plant. That is one control. The second control is we can also block the vendor, block the supplier for the material in the plant. Particular, it might be specific period. Specific period we can block. Okay, so we can block that. Why we need to block? Suppose let's say example. I have one example. Suppose let's say, okay, there will be like example. If suppose I have the quality ice cream. Okay, so quality ice cream. Let's assume that the demand is too high in the summer, okay, and the other seasons the demand is too low for the quality ice cream. So I might be need this quality ice cream for only summer, okay, but remaining seasons I can use the other brands, okay, or it might be a too demanded quality ice cream, so might be I'll just go with the The remaining season I will go with quality, and I can block for this particular season. Or it might be the other region, like if you are finding that the supplier is not supplying the goods properly or supplying the not good quality on the particular season, then you can block to particular period, like 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, like you can block that. Okay, so you can block the supplier, unblock the supplier, block the supplier. So this is the one you can do that. And other than this one, you can also regularize. That means we can do fixed supplier for the material in the plan. We can do that. One vendor we can do like has a fixed supplier. Fixed supplier is nothing but like he is my regular supplier. Always I am purchasing the goods with this supplier. So out of the, if I have 10 suppliers, out of this 10 supplier, I can put that one supplier as my regular fixed supplier. Okay, so always I will be going with that supplier. In case sometimes if he is not able to deliver the goods, or he might be not having the stock, then we will be going with the other suppliers. Okay, so especially these fixed suppliers, it will be helping to us to creating the automatic purchase orders. Okay, when it will be generating the contracts or scheduling agreements. Okay, so in that case, the fixed vendor, out of the 10 suppliers, will be taking one supplier as a fixed vendor. That system will be advising that this is the fixed vendor. So always we can raise the agreements, we can raise the purchase orders, we can raise the contracts and all. Okay, clear? Okay, so majorly the source list will be helping to us to providing that list of all the suppliers for the material, and again it will be, we can block the supplier specific period. Okay, and we can fix the supplier for a longer time for the material. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now let's create that. Let's go to that SAP system. Okay, what happened? It's not correct. This is correct, right? 42 is 4.
Yeah, yes, sir, it's correct.
It's correct, right? So then,
Again, you didn't copy the one there. So one is not getting copied. Yeah. Right.
okay. Okay. So now let's go to that. The transaction code to create this is ME01.
ME01.
ME01 is the transaction code to create the source list. And if you want to see in the table level, the table is EORT. Okay, so let's see, go to ME01 and enter that material and plant. Okay, for the material for the plant. Okay, so I'm just entering that my materials. Let's go to MM60 and see that my materials list. So I have one material. Okay, and we have done plant. Okay, so I'm just maintaining material and plant, and you can enter here from and to. So for the next 1 year, let's say we have that agreement between the suppliers, the next 1 year he is supplying. So you can put that valid from and to. Okay. So you can put that today date and valid to, you can put that it might be 1 year, 2 years or 8 years or like that you can put. Okay. And we have to mention that who is the supplier. So the supplier, if you can search based on your purchasing organization and based on that what you have the information you can do. So I'm just searching that which I created, purchasing organization. So these two purchasing organizations we have. I'm just entering that the supplier. Okay. You can also enter that the purchase organization, and if you have that any plan, this is a procurement plan. So it is majorly we are using for the other purposes. Okay. And if you have the outline agreement, that order unit and agreement, if you have that you can enter here. Okay. Then agreement line and item. Okay. So that you can do. So what is the agreement? If it is long term agreement, like we have 5 years long term agreement between the vendor and for this material, okay, that you can maintain that agreement here. Okay. And you have that the fixed and blocked. So there is a checkboxes are there. Fixed one is always I'm just considering this is my fixed vendor, regular vendor. If I'm just blocking that, then the system, when you're planning to create a PO, if you mistakenly enter this supplier, the system will give the warning to the user, boss, this supplier is blocked for this material, so cannot use that, right? So that you can do based on the checkbox. And this is MRP relevant. Okay, if you want to be involve this source list in the planning, like automatically plannings are generated, right? When there is a requirement, like a system will be generating automatically planning. That planning, if you want to use the source list, we can use, we have to put here, it is relevant to MRP. So we'll discuss this later when we are discussing about MRP. Okay. So like you can maintain that.
So,
Yeah.
sorry to disturb you. Like, can you please explain fixed block?
Okay. So fixed is nothing but like a, if you have the multiple suppliers, okay, who which supplier I can take as a my regular vendor. Okay. Suppose let's say assume that. So I'm running that some restaurant. Okay. I'm regularly purchasing from the some supermarket like ABC supermarket. Okay. Even other supermarkets also they are supplying the vegetables, but I'm regularly buying from the ABC supermarket because he is my regular vendor. He is giving the best discount and best quality of that. So I'm just advising to system in case if there is any automatic plannings, okay, like automatic purchase orders, agreements, contracts, okay. In case if anything which is there, the system first it will be taking that the fixed vendor. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, and the blocked means if you want to be blocked. So from this supplier, always I want to be block this material for this 5 years, next 5 years. So when you are planning to buy the product from this supplier, if you are creating the PO, the system telling, giving the message that boss, this supplier was blocked for this material, you don't want to buy because he is not supplying the good quality of this material. He might be supplying other materials also, but this material might be he didn't supply it properly or he didn't have the best quality. Might be the reason, right?
Got
Okay, clear. So then I'm just putting that the again one more, which is like for 1 year. Or you can put it is not required only 3 or 4 years. You can put that the 2 years also. Okay, and you can also mention that the purchasing organization. You can put the vendor. Okay. So like if you out of these two, if you consider it this is the first fixed vendor, then the system always proposing that when you are searching for the automatic sources, and you are searching for automatic sources, if you are requesting to the system to provide that best supplier, then system will give that, go, this is your fixed vendor, you can go with this fixed vendor. Okay. So like clear? Okay, so this material and supplier don't have the info record because we just created only for this one. I think we didn't create for this one, right? So let's create the info record. So I'll just go to that. First I'll go to the /o. What is the transaction code to create the info record?
ME11.
ME11. Okay. Okay. Then what is the supplier? First one, we'll go for this one, and I'm just mentoring the okay. Then so I will be mentoring that the details wherever it is required. I'll just mentoring that. Okay, I have maintained the info record. I have maintained the info record here. Okay, now I'll go to ME01 and enter that information. So what you understand here, to create the source list, you must be have the some proper info record between the material and that vendor. Okay, so that you have to be maintained. Clear?
Yes.
So okay, then even if you have the multiple purchasing organization also, you can enter according to the purchasing organization, you can maintain. Might be different suppliers also, right? So you can maintain. So I have maintained 2 suppliers. Okay, so I have maintained 2 suppliers. You can put that one of the fixed vendor, or if you can put that one of that block or whatever it is required. Okay, so I'm not saving this one. I'm just telling that you can maintain like this. But I will tell you one more way to maintain. I will go to ME01. Okay, I'm just entering the material and plant. Now I'm asking to system to check that. I'm just telling that check the suppliers and maintain here. Okay, so if I just click on here, okay, so you can see that the system will be automatically updated that suppliers with the for this material. How it is possible? How it is possible? So I'm not made. I already maintained manually, but I have not saved. Okay, but now I'm trying to do automatically. System has to update. So how system is updated that?
It means it's taking everything that we created, that like that material, and automatically updated everything.
No,
And it also
there are 1 lakh materials I have. 1 lakh suppliers are there. So this system will be creating each parameter probability. No, right?
no, yeah.
Then where is the link? The link is info record. So for this material, this supplier, this purchasing organization, these plans, you are maintaining that info records, right? From their info record, the system is updating here. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So that date you can change. Whatever the change you want to be changed, you can change it. No problem. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, then this is one. So now the source list is maintained. The source list is maintained. So it is possible to create the system itself, the records from the info record automatically, and it is possible to maintain manually also. Okay, clear? So
Clear.
how to go to part again? Okay, here it was not here. Okay, I'll just go to ECC. I'll show you the part. So the part will be that you can go to again as usual. You go to logistical general, material management, and purchasing and info records. Okay, then you can go to source list, and source list you can see that ME01. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So this is the way you can go with that. So if you want to be report by material, you can go to ME01, 0M, ME0M, and enter that plant, whatever the plant you have, then execute. You can, sorry, what is the material, what is the plant? GCM only, right? GCAT. What is the plant? GCET?
GCEM.
EM, right?
Yeah. This is not my details.
Oh, okay, sorry.
TAST is your
Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, so this is a part actually, you can go with that. Okay, I'll show you the same here also. ME 0M. So you can go to that. MEOM. Okay, ME 0M. You can see the transaction code. You can enter that the plant, or you maybe you can check that. If you need to be search for material, you can search. You can execute. Then it will display that for this material, these are the suppliers it is there for this particular organization. Okay, clear? So this is the way you can also see the list of the source list. Okay, and the table is EORD. So EORD, you can enter that your plant and materials, and okay, you can execute that. So the system will be displaying here. Okay, the material along for this material, how many suppliers are there, and what is the validity from and to, and purchase organization, and if there is any agreements or anything which is MRP related or fixed and all, that you can see here. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
And if it is in info category, you can also see here info category. Okay, you can be see that info category here. Where is that info category? Where it okay, not here, right? The info record, right? Not social. Okay, so it's not. Okay, so this is the way you can maintain and you can display here. So even in the, if you want to go SAP S4HANA Fury apps, there also you can search like same. Okay, any questions?
No questions for me. It's good.
So Shravan,
No questions, sir.
okay. So how to connect that Fury app?
You
Slash N.
Hmm? Slash n slash
Slash U.
u
UI.
I to FLP slash FLP. Okay. Need to remember that. Okay. So you can go here. I'll just copy this one. Maybe I'll just go to Chrome. Okay. So go to Advanced and click on here. You have to enter all these details again. So how to search? So go to maintain source list. Okay, so maintain change of source list. Okay, so you can enter that your material and plant. Okay, so GCEM. Okay, and material ME03. ME03 is the display, and I'm just entering that and enter. So that means execute. Okay, you can do the execute. Okay, so it will be displayed that in the source list. Okay, for this material. Okay, and you maintain this transaction code, and this is the documents. So this is the, it will giving that the list of the changes it is giving that. Okay, so you can also maintain source lists. I'll just put source list only. Generate source list, manage source list. So you can also generate a source list also, right? So as we just discussed, right, how to generate a source list also you can generate. Okay, so this is also we can generate by using this generate source list. Okay, in case what I'll do, I'll just delete that ME02. I'll just go to ME02. Okay, it was not there. Okay, I'm just entering that. I'm just deleting these two. Okay, I'll just delete these two. I'm just saving that. Okay, now it was blank. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just using this generate source list. Okay, this generate source list. What I can do, I can give that to my plant and the material. Okay, I'll just execute in that. Okay, so just let me just execute. Now system is showing that one will be added this supplier and the second will be added this supplier. Okay, so the system will be automatically updated. Okay, the system will be automatically updated through this generate source list. That means it is not needed to go ME01 manually. You can go like this also. The system will be generated. Clear?
Yes.
So how many ways we can see? How many ways we can create a source list? Clear? Any questions?
No question.
So if you have the proper contracts and scheduling agreements also, it will be updated. So it will be also updated with automatic when you are using that. So this is where also we can do that. And you can also exclusive outline agreements, and you can put only outline agreements or all the records, that you can also do it. Okay, clear? And if you want to be block anything, you can also do that. Block and material suppliers, that you can do it. Clear? And if you want to be generate that output, okay, mail recipient, you can also generate a mail recipient. If you have configured that mail, you can also configure that mail, and you can send to that information to the particular your purchasing department, like shared distribution, like, okay. But again, for this there will be a configuration needed from basis team. Okay, so they will be need to be allowed to our users to maintain that. Okay, so I don't have authorization, but basis team will do that. Okay, where there is S4ST transaction code. So if they maintain that, if it is allowing for external supply, external way sending, then I can put the external address, and I can put that my name, and I will be maintaining that duplicate, or it is original, or it is like, we can do it. Okay, clear? Any questions here?
Yes. No questions.
Okay. So, and also you can go to change, and you can go to, if you want to go material, for the material master you want to go supply, and if you have outline agreements, if you have the info records, like, you can go with all this information. Clear? Okay then. So you can also, if you want to be block, you can do, or if you want to be if you're putting that block, then it will be blocked. See, the block update wise updated. Okay, so then if you go to ME01, okay, so need to be save this one. I think it is trial version, might be somewhere. If there is any checkbox test run, okay, this text run you have to remove and you have to run, then only it will be saved. So what I'm doing, then again I'm executing this one. Okay, if I'm just putting that block, then what will be happen, the system will be updated block, then save. So what will happen now, the first records you have to save and save. So now the source list is generated. Let's see ME01. If you go to ME01, then enter that. So these two are updated. Again, the block checkbox also updated. Okay, so like, you can update from there also. Clear? Any questions? Any questions? So there will be a 01. Let's go to ME05. So this is also same, the transaction code, ME05. So just now we generated, right, in the Fury app. The same it is. If you want to be work in the app, in the S4 HANA app, then S4 HANA, then you have to enter the ME05. Clear? So how many ways you can create? I'll show you again. ME01. I'm just entering that. Again, I'm just deleting these two. Okay. Then I will be going to ME05. Then I'll just be executing that. Removing the text run and execute this one. So then you can see that again the suppliers are updated. So you can save. You select and save. Then source list is generated. So there are so many ways you can do that. Why there are so many ways? Because every time when I'm just creating the suppliers, I don't want to be enter manually, go to source list and entering that. I can generate that automatic generation in the background, and the system will be generated automatically, updated the suppliers, latest suppliers. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the one. This is one master data. So the major master data are the major master data are metal master and vendor master record. One is metal master record, and the second one is vendor master record. Then one more is purchasing info record, and the other one is source list. Okay, so purchase info record we can create with material, without material also, right? With material and without material. Okay, we can create two ways. So yesterday we discussed with material, right? We'll try to create without material. Okay, so go to M11, and I don't need to material number here because I'm planning to create a without material. So generally for without material means what are the materials we are, what is the info record having, for what it will be having if we don't have material, for what it we are creating if we don't have info record. Yesterday we discussed, right, without material, it is for services, right, majorly which is for services we are creating. Usually for consumables and services we don't have materials, right, somewhere. So
Yes.
so you can create without material also. So in that case, what we discussed that. So I'm just creating that purchasing info record for services or something which we can do. So then, what is the important things here? If we don't have material number, the system will be considering material group. So we have to be enter that the material group. Okay, whatever the material group you have created, that material group you have to enter. So for services you might be having the separate material group, or maybe for non-materials you can create separate group, like you can do that. Okay, so let's see if any services related or anything which you have. Okay, so the first one is services. So I'm just entering that services material group. Okay, so when you creating without material, okay, you must be enter the material group. So it depends on the material group, and you have to enter that what is actually term service, what service it is like. Okay, and you can enter that other details, who will be the buyer group and who will be taking care about that, and other details you can enter that. Okay, clear? And you also need to be enter here. What else you need to be enter here? The other information is the order unit. So usually the activity unit will be entering that the services activity unit. So each activity unit, one activity unit, if he completed one activity unit, okay, that means one service he completed. Two activity units, then two services completed. So like you can put that AU. AU means it is like activity unit. Okay, clear? So one activity unit has the cost of 100 INR. Like you can maintain that. Clear? Is it clear? So now see that the price information we are maintaining here. So here you can maintain for this service, the actual cost is one activity unit is 100 rupees. If you have the other they have given some discount, if they are giving some other minimum quantity has to be maintained, or the tax related, or it may be some surcharges, or so if there is anything which you can maintain that. So I'm just putting that discount on net like 1% or 10%. Then automatically when it is 100 rupees, okay, the 10% discount, that means it is 90 rupees, right? Okay, so that you can maintain different prices, like freight charges, if there is any freight related charges or anything other charges, if it is, that you can maintain. labor charges. You can create the condition types, you can create and you can maintain that labor charges and all you can maintain. Okay, clear? So it is a discount is always minus, right? We are getting benefit if it is discount. So out of 100 rupees, 10 rupees is discount. So that means 90 rupees. Clear? So if I go to purchasing data, that is changed 90 rupees because actual price is 100 rupees, but discount is 10 percentage, that is 90 rupees per 1 unit. Okay, clear? And,
Yes, sir.
and you can maintain the text as well. So this is the way you can create that. If you don't have material and if you want to be create for info record for non-material, then you can maintain like this. Clear? Okay, then so the next one is, okay, so any doubts? We already created with material, without material. Okay, vendor master record, material master record and source list. Okay, so material master record is also possible to create the MM01 is also possible to create the services. If you want to go with service product, okay, then also it is possible. That means without material also possible, with material also it is possible. Okay, clear? So this SCRV services is the only, it is activated in the S4HANA system, not in ECC. We don't have in ECC this material type. So it is activated, introduced in the S4HANA system. Okay, clear? Okay. And now we'll be going with the next one is MEK1. So that means condition records. The next one is condition records. So we already discussed that material and vendor master record and purchasing info record. In this purchasing info record, we are maintaining the price information, right? We are maintaining price information, right? Just now we maintain gross price, freight charges, right? Surcharges like that we can maintain, right? In info record. Okay, but what is the condition records can help? Okay, so if I have 100 vendors, if I have 100 suppliers, okay, 100 suppliers, and for one material, if suppose let's say one material XY ABC having the price change, it might be suddenly it is from 100 rupees to 110 rupees. Okay, now if I want to change this price, okay, so do I need to go each purchase info record at each supplier, 100 suppliers have that 100 purchase info records? Is that possible? It's very difficult, right? If I want to go each purchase info record and maintaining the price individually, it is difficult, right? So what we can do, the condition record, you can maintain that. You can maintain the in a condition record. You can maintain that the price information in the single maybe by using that some upload programs you can do at a time for 100 suppliers. Okay, so like if it is one supplier having the 100 materials, all the 100 materials prices are changed, then that is also it is possible to maintain. So usually condition records is helping to that to maintain the for mass data we can easily maintain. So where we can do that? That we can do MEK1. Okay, MEK1 is the transaction code to maintain ME condition records. Okay, so this condition record, if you want to be maintained, what condition record you want to maintain, what condition type? We just discussed, right? There will be a gross price, there will be a surcharges, there will be a freight, there will be a discount, like different, right? So here you can maintain the for which condition type you have to be maintained. So we have standard condition types are there, or we can create our own condition types also. But standard, I'm just telling that here, PB00 is the gross price, the material gross price. So what level you want to be maintained? Info record level, contract level, or material info record level, or how material type, material group, plant, supplier, this combination you want to be changed, how you want to be maintained. So you can select that. Okay, if you want to be what you want to be maintained, then you can select that. Okay, then you can enter that material number and for the what is the price you want to be changed. Okay, suppose I'm just maintaining that. ME 13 So this is the material and this is vendor. I'm just trying to take this supplier and supplier already there and just taking the material number. Okay, so this material, this supplier, the price was changed. So what is the price it was changed? So you can update that. Suppose I'm just updating that 150 rupees. Okay, and you can also maintain that. Okay, so you can maintain that standard or consummate info record or something, whatever it is, you can maintain. Okay, and also you can give that the dates. If it is only for valid for 1 year, then you can maintain that 1 year. Okay, once it is updated, okay, and save this one. So what will happen? It automatically updated in the info record. So you can go to display here. You have updated this 150 rupees, right? So if you go to info record, me 13. Oh, sorry, me. Okay, me 13. Okay, so now, so here there is some problem, right, with the conditions. So usually it will be updated at the prices. Okay, so you can, if there is updated conditions, it will be work. So I will do one thing for now. If I can do for non-stock materials, can we do with non-stock materials? This is not non-materials. Okay, so 007 and purchase for record I have to enter /o me 13. So info record number is without material. This is without material. It is 604. So 604 in the plant GCM. Sorry, GCM and standard info record, and I'm just updating that 190 rupees. So the unit is all activity unit. Okay, so it will be updated from here. So already there was the existing one because I have just created, right? It will display here for this combination, this supplier and purchase organization and this material and this purchase info record. So already there is a info record which is there. So this is overlapping. So what I can do, I can maybe I can maintain from tomorrow, or if you want to be maintained still with this, okay, then what you can do, you can delete this one. You can select and you can delete here. Okay, so then the system will be updated with the price. So you can see, go to display and see that the price, this is the older price, and you can update with new price. Okay, if you want to be maintained with new price, you can maintain that price. Okay, so like you can maintain that condition records. So it should not be overlap. Okay, maybe at least today it should not be overlap. So where maybe you can maintain from tomorrow. Okay, you can maintain from tomorrow that dates. Okay, so if I'm just maintaining 200 rupees, so I'll just put that from tomorrow or maybe from next week. Like you can put from 31st, I'm just maintaining. So from 31st, the system will be considering that price of 200 rupees. Okay, clear? So you can maintain future also. Okay, for current is the 120, in future it will be the 200. Clear? So condition information, if you want to see condition information, you can see that. can see the information. What are the purchasing documents which is created for the suppliers, all these things it will display. Okay, so I'll go to again ME12 and see that for this condition auto unit is AU. Now see that if I just go to here condition, there will be a multiple conditions are there. So for the same I have maintained it from 31st to July 2025. Okay, the cost will be the different. So I have maintained 200. So it is displaying that. So like it will show you that whatever the dates you are maintaining, it will display in the multiple condition records. Clear? So today, what is the price today? What is the today price we have maintained? Today, if you see that the price which is that 120 rupees and 10% discount. Okay. If I see that, if I go to back, you'll see that if it is from August 1st, okay, the price will be different. Okay. So like when you maintaining that condition records, okay, you can maintain condition records for n number of suppliers and n number of vendors, materials we can maintain here. Okay, clear? So what is the purpose of condition records? It's not only for the basic price. You can maintain for the taxes and you can maintain for the freight, all these things you can maintain. But it should be like time dependent condition. So that we will discuss later. What is time dependent, what is time independent. But time dependent is nothing but like it is a specific to valid from and to. Okay. Time independent is nothing but like there is no time interval. So it will be you are creating, when you creating PO, you are changing the price. So only time dependent only it will be work condition records. So that is for MEK1. MEK1. Okay, clear? MEK1 is the transaction code. So any questions here? Any questions here? If you want to see table, we don't have direct table. Okay, we have to be search with multiple tables like KONH, KNV, like we have multiple tables are there. Okay, so it is also absolute. But now we got a new table with this one. Okay, so from here they are maintaining that. So it will be, you can enter that what is the condition type you maintained, what is the condition type you are using, PB00. So you can maintain that and execute this one. Its system will display that PB00 whatever it is maintained. If you have the particular material or particular plant or any other details are there, you can maintain that as well. Okay, so now this is condition type and can valid from, if you can go with valid from 31/07/2025. So next you have to be use some format, I think 31/07/2025. Okay, so there is some format it is required. Okay, so that format if you enter then it will come. Okay, so then it might be the possibility of access sequence, accruals, taxes and supplier. If you have the supplier, no, you can enter the supplier. Let's try with supplier. So it is not showing here. Okay, so it might be not updated here, but yeah, so we can use maybe KONH and all. We can try to do that as well. Conditions for your condition PB00. Okay, and if you have any agreements and other details, you can maintain here. So this is the tables. We have multiple tables for this condition type. So we will not get directly Okay, so you can maintain maybe created by today or created, who created on, all these details you can enter and execute. So today it was created. So your ID was, this is your ID. So you can enter that, your ID, and execute. You can see that, okay, these three condition records you are maintained, PPW0 today. Okay, so like it will display here, and the condition record number, if you know, okay, if suppose you have the condition record number, right? So the condition record number, if you know, then you can go to KONP and maintain that here, condition records. Then you can see that what data you maintain. So PB00 you maintain, and discount you maintain, and the price you maintain 120, 150, 200, like you maintained. So that details will, it will show you in the KONP. So like you can having the multiple, you have multiple tables for this. Okay, so this is the condition record. Clear? So it is not only for the gross price, you can maintain for the other conditions also, like you can maintain promote discounts, you can maintain rebates, you can maintain, okay, like market up, you can maintain all these details, you can maintain, but that should be time dependent condition type. Okay, clear? Any questions? Again, this will discuss again when we creating the POs and all. We can discuss cross checking that where we are maintaining the values and all. Okay, so this is the way you can maintain the your condition record. So other than this one, you have one more also, MEQ1. This is quota arrangement. Okay, so quota arrangement is that we already discussed, right? Quota arrangement is like if we have multiple suppliers for the same material, okay, you can arrange that quotas like the 10%, 20%, 50%, all, like you can arrange that, right? So this is the quota arrangement is not much important because nobody will not use, because mostly they will be ordering to the only one vendor. Okay, so I'll just show you that.
Okay.
So for material, so okay, you have to maintain. So valid to till valid from today, valid to, and minimum quantity split. So 100, I'm just maintaining that minimum 100 quantity split. So then select in, click on that, double click on that, and you can maintain that suppliers here, and what is the maximum quantity you can order, and what is the quota based quantity you can order, and what is the percentage you are giving to them. So like you can maintain multiple. Okay, so that you can maintain that. So this should be stock material. So external procurement, and external procurement with subcontracting standard or what it is like. Okay, and you can maintain the vendor. Okay, and you can assign that quota usage. Okay, so maximum quantity you can tell that, and maximum quantity how much it is like. So same way you can maintain that for other suppliers also. Okay, and you can maintain that the procurement type, all these details are required. Okay, and if it is maximum quantity, you can order to this guy 10,000. So like you can give the quota level, you can order that. Okay, so you can also maintain that planning plant and plant and all, you can maintain here. If it is especially for this TCM or okay, if it is this is for GCET. Okay, so like you can maintain planning plant. Okay, so you can maintain like that. So this is not extended properly, that's okay. Material, so clear. So this is the way you can maintain here also. So this should be planning relevant. Okay, so like you can maintain your quota arrangement. So when you have the quota arrangement, when you have the source list info record, when you have the contract scheduling agreements, so the system will be considering all these whatever the values, whatever the master data which is available, whatever the agreements it is available. Based on that, the system will be planning automatic purchase orders, agreements and all. It will be generated. Okay, clear? So this majorly, this master data and everything, this automatic and all, it will be helpful when there is the automatic planning and all, when MRP planning or when automatic PR to PO conversions. Okay, so that those cases it will be helpful. So we'll discuss that when we are discussing the transaction data. Okay, so this we have the these are all the we have the master data. Okay, so middle master record, under master record, purchase info record, source list, condition records, and what else? What else? We have quota arrangement. This is a MEQ1. Clear? So this is not much important quota arrangement. Okay, but I just explaining it how we can arrange the quotas, dividing that quotas and all. We can do it. Clear? Okay.